Hey, yo! What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roku. I haven't made a deck highlight in a minute, and this deck has absolutely helped me climb for the ladder. Boy's not infinite yet, but it is what it is. But if you want to be able to have a deck to take you there, I think honestly this deck is just way too good. It's helped me climb, and it's done fairly well against Thanos, Loki matchups, any other decks that are right now prevalent. This has been a little bit of a contender, an off-meta brew, but it brings back an old favorite of Stature and Black Bolt. That was the deck that I covered a long time ago, but and it helped me get to infinite. So I don't know if you guys seen that video, but that was like my first time getting infinite, and it was through a Darkhawk Black Bolt Stature deck. But this, I believe that this is back. This is great ramp, and I've always been a fan of Black Bolt and Stature, so I'm really glad to be able to climb with this deck, as it's been one of my favorite archetypes. Not necessarily a tier 1 or 2, but it's been up there at several times and stuff like that. But I just absolutely love this deck, and I'm having so much fun with it. And hopefully when I break down card by card, you guys will have the same success as I do. I right now have a 61% win percentage, but at one point I was like 19-6, and I just happened to have to, leave certain matchups that weren't for me. But I did beat some Thanos. I did beat some really tough cards, or decks rather. And hopefully with this deck that you guys see here, you guys will be able to climb, have success, and most importantly, have fun, because this is one of the most fun decks that I had. Now, this is not my creation. This is made by Big Baby. I was on Yo Woody's stream, and he was playing this deck, but he had a different version of it. But he wasn't doing too well with the Black Bolt Stature, so he did something like a Dr. Octopus type of build, which was working for him. But I'm a Black Bolt Stature fan, had to do it. So without further ado, I'm gonna do a card by card breakdown and possibly try to tell you guys some replacements for it. But as of right now, Hope Summers is not something that you want to be able to replace. It's too good of a card. You need her. She makes everything what it is, because she's just that damn good. But again, let's do this breakdown. It should be fun, so check it out. First up, we got the 1-drop Miss Kitty Pryde. You're gonna need a 1-drop, any type of 1-drop, but Kitty Pryde is basically the trigger for Hope Summers. I think you can have any other type of 1-drop, but to have this repeatedly come back and have more power, and certain locations like Shuri's Lab will definitely help you out, and having a very big body card at the end of the game. Kitty Pryde is pretty essential, and basically the best Hope Summers trigger that you can possibly have to be able to return back to your hand. I think you're gonna need Kitty Pryde, but if you don't have Kitty Pryde, I think I would try to go with a Nightcrawler or any type of other 1-drop, maybe a Nico, to buff up some of your cards. But as far as I know, Kitty Pryde is just going to be there to be the Hope Summers trigger, and I stand by it. She basically is part of the engine of why this deck cooks so well. So I don't think you should replace Kitty Pryde if you don't have her. She's in the spotlight caches right now. I would try to go for her, and plus that Hellfire variant is pretty damn sick. So you need Kitty Pryde. I definitely recommend her. Do not replace her. Next up, we got Shadow King. You need Shadow King. It's a great tech card. Brings big bodies down back to earth. If they're sitting there with Sunspot soaking up a lot of energy, or any other types of power gaining abilities like Sebastian Shaw, you can just relatively bring them back down to earth and make them humble again. So Shadow King is just there to make your opponent's power, to bring him back down, and to show you that, hey, last minute turns, that Shadow King can be super effective as an awesome card. I think it's a great tech card to have. I don't necessarily think you can replace it with how this meta has been going, so Shadow King is definitely essential to have in this deck. Keep Shadow King. Next up, we got the boy Jeff. Who's that boy? Who's that handsome boy? That's Jeff the Land Shark. We love him. Jeff is pretty much essential in any deck. It's just a really good tech card. Not even necessarily a tech card. It's just a great card to have in general. You definitely want to have Jeff for Professor X type of matchups that you might have against Thanos. You might need it for Sanctum Sanctorum, which you'll probably run into a lot. Any location that you're not able to play, you're able to play Jeff there. Is just too good of a card to not have. Have something else inside of the Space Throne, it's going to fit right in there. You got somebody playing Sandman, which you don't really see that often. I don't know why. It's actually pretty good. Like with the people that play Sandman Ramp, you can have a drop plus Jeff. Jeff is just that good. You need Jeff. Really good. Play in any type of circumstance. Could you replace him? Probably. Do I know what to replace him with? Nah. Maximus, it's a 2/6. Kind of need that card. It's not really necessarily needed because in the original version, Big Baby has Miss Marvel in it. But if you're playing against a lot of discard and stuff like that, Maximus is pretty good for against Dracula. So they're able to hit a smaller card out of their hand. But I've also done this where they played MODOK and I happen to have Maximus and they're able to draw Hela, and so they completely discarded their hand on top of Hela, which was like awesome. So that was a really good great play. But either way, Maximus has done pretty decently well against discard decks. It's just a 2/6 power stat. You don't necessarily need him. You could replace him with actually, Miss Marvel if you want to keep it in the original build of Big Babies. But Maximus for me so far has been that late turn awesome drop, just to have to be able to drop as much power as possible as I can on the last turn, or rather on turn 5 whenever I want to be able to have priority against where I suspect an Goliath. Next up, we have Mobius M. Mobius is that card that you're going to be seeing a lot because of Mockingbird, because of discards with swarms, just to be able, Infinauts and She-Hulks and stuff like that. This just stops absolutely everything Loki right in its tracks. It's just a really fantastic tech card to use, and I know that it's getting bigger and bigger to use in this, as far as this meta, like I said, with Mockingbird and other types of mana reducing card decks and stuff like that, so where you're able to play your characters cheap. Mobius prevents that. A lot of the times I've been getting Elysium, and I was able to stop Elysium while I was able to drop my cards for basically next to nothing and drop really big power at the end of the turn with Mobius in hand. Mobius is just way too good. I think you could be able to replace him if you want to. If you don't have Mobius and you want to be able to replace him, I think as far as the tech card and with how everything goes, sometimes like against Thanos, it's not really good to use. But anything that reduces the cost of cards that you happen to run around with, you can have Mobius. If not, I would absolutely try to use Rogue as a replacement for Mobius. But for right now, Mobius has clutched out some games for me just being who he is. It's a great card, great tech card. I'd recommend him to use, but if not, use Rogue. Next up, we got that big boy Gladiator. A big dumb idiot, but lovable. I like him in this deck. You're not gonna find a 3/8 stat line that's gonna match with the power of Gladiator. It's just too good of a drop. Sometimes you're able to pull their big boy out, or sometimes a vision or something like that where you can't beat him. But you also have backups to with this card, Gladiator, which is the homie Shang Chi, which will be the next card. But Gladiator, I don't think you can replace it, but if you were able to replace him, I would try to at least get a Polaris or something that has a big power stat line. But Gladiator for early turns, stuff like that, and while you have Shang Chi in hand, it's just a really good card to have. You're gonna need Gladiator, but if not, maybe Polaris. Maybe. Next up, the 4 costs. We got Shang Chi. Shang Chi in the building, 4-drop. No Zabu in here, so this is like, I believe, the only 4-drop that I have in this deck. It's just a great tech card. It's Shang Chi, man. It just knocks out whatever Gladiator happens to pull out that you're not able to beat whenever he does his ability. So right now you have Shang Chi as your backup. It's a great 4-drop, last turn type stuff. If you're out of priority, always brings you back. But like I stated before, Shang Chi is just that card. It's really good, and I don't think it's replaceable. I believe you need Shang Chi, so tech him in there. If you believe that they have a Shang Chi, they probably do. So you want to be that guy. So be that guy that they think that you have the Shang Chi, because you do. You have Shang Chi. You need him. Next up, we got our girl Stature. I love Stature. I love the Black Bolt Stature combo. It's always going to be good. And plus, if you're playing against a lot of discards, she's just a really awesome stat to have. I wish they would try to bring her back to at least like a 5/7, so you can have a 7/1 drop. But I don't know. That should be a thing, because I really love this archetype of Black Bolt and Stature being a combo piece. Or maybe they can go back to what they were originally, like Stature being at a 7, with everything else is a bit power creeping with other discards like Proximity at Midnight being a 4/7. But if you have it turn 1, you have 10 power on board with Blade and her, and it's just absurd, right? So she's just really nice to have against discard decks. But it kind of sucks if you do playing against a discard deck and you're playing it and you have Black Bolt. But otherwise, she's just really good to have. Power stat. Sometimes a last minute thing. Sometimes you're not able to, do anything with Stature if you draw her late and you didn't have Black Bolt ready for you. But just a potential 1/6 on a final turn or a turn 5. If you're able to drop Black Bolt down early because of Hope Summers, it's just really good to have extra energy and to be able to drop Maximus, Gladiator, and Stature on the final turn. So she's going to be part of your late turn comebacks or just early turn priority gainers if you're able to have it in your hand and they're discard a card off rip. So you need Stature. She's just too good. And it's the boy, one of my favorite characters in Marvel period, Black Bolt. Black Bolt's pretty dope. I wish he would go back to his former glory of being a 5/8 with everything else being 5/8s and stuff like that. I mean, we got Cannonball that has an insane ability, but Black Bolt's just there to knock out. I did knock out a Mockingbird because they were trying to drop a Mockingbird at the last turn against the Thanos, and I happened to knock out Black Bolt when they were able to have a 0 costing Mockingbird out there in their hand, which they didn't play. But I know they weren't expecting a Black Bolt. Not a lot of people expect a Black Bolt, but Black Bolt is really, really awesome. Well, not really, really awesome. He's just one of my favorite characters, but it's just a trigger for your Stature. Plus, it's a 5/7, so it's pretty decent as far as stats go. And if you're able to play him super early with Hope Summers being out there and gaining a lot of energy and stuff like that, he just makes it a lot easier for your final turn play. So Black Bolt is gonna be that dude to trigger Stature. Even if you happen to draw her late and get her at the last turn, it's just very essential big boy power and stays right underneath the Shang threshold. But like I said, I think he can be back to a 5/8 for his ability. Bring back Black Bolt and Stature. They were such a fun deck, but with this deck, this just makes it a lot better. Second to last, probably my absolute favorite hero. I think Dr. Doom is personally a hero. But yes, Dr. Doom, my favorite Marvel hero by far, and it's always awesome that he's included in a lot of decks because his ability is way too strong in this game. Plus that freaking Hellfire Gala variant is so sick. Look at that shit, boy. Gotta have Dr. Doom. Especially if you're able to knock him out at turn 5 or just a late turn thing with Dr. Doom and Stature, or sometimes you get 7 energy if you have Jeff and Kitty Pryde. I'm messing it up because I'm messing up like Doom, because look at him marveling all of his glory. Dr. Doom is just really great power stats. It's just a really awesome card to have. It's just really good. And Dr. Doom has been really been in most of the Black Bolt Stature, like old school decks, whenever they were back originally from a 5/7, or where Stature was a 7 power and Black Bolt was an 8 power. It was just really good to have. But Dr. Doom, it just adds more power to the board, and it's a great early turn type of card to use. I might say you might be able to replace him with something else, but to spread out more power, you want to have Dr. Doom, especially if you have Miss Marvel inside of this version of the deck. But Dr. Doom, really well when you can play it super early. Sometimes you can play it early as like turn, if Titan, you might have the Titan location, and you're able to play Dr. Doom at like turn 4 with Hope Summers and a 1-drop with Kitty Pryde. So that's always nice to be able to play out cards super early, especially big boys like Dr. Doom. He's just too damn good. He's just like the perfect character. Everybody loved Doom because Doom loves you. He does it for you. Doom. All hail Doom. They got Magneto. Magneto. A lot of people saying that he's probably the best 6-drop in the game, but honestly, it's really Dr. Doom because he's just the best character in the game. But anyway, Magneto really gets rid of a lot of dumb stuff, clogs up lanes. It's not too much to say. Also big boy power. Also awesome to play on a last turn, or not last turn, but roughly around turn 5. Or like I said, if you have any other type of cards that you're able to play, Magneto's just like really, really well. And that damn motorcycle in the background was crazy. But either way, Magneto, just a really fantastic 6-drop card to use in this game. So one of the best, not the best, probably the second best. But Magneto, important. I would not change this card, but if you were, maybe something else. But other than that, that is the deck list all the way. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Please like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. Y'all take it easy, drink water, and be kind.
If I win, you'll become a member of the archetype. That's fine. Just don't mock my art. That's what
They put something.
noble and refined art.
It's probably a fucking Annihilus deck. Fucking shame. All right.
You talk big, but it looks like that's all you got. You're done. Am I? You should take a good look at
die, bitch. Run! 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 I should have snapped. I should have snapped you. Alright, so no Gladiator. Oh no. Maximus, Doom are okay. I guess.
If I win, you'll become a member of the class. That's fine.
All right,
Just
we
don't
have
mock my art. That's
Hope.
what my ninjutsu is, a noble and refined art.
I'm getting snapped on. We'll hang out for 2.
That's all you've got.
If you hit me with some fucking dirty ass lie, let me be pissed the fuck off.
You should take a look at yourself.
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking go, my nigga. Huh? Huh? Let's fucking go.
Fine. Just don't mock my art. That's what my ninjutsu is, a noble and refined art.
Already annoying. Already annoying. Bro, what the fuck ever?
You talk big, but it looks like that's all you've got. You're done.
Let me guess, it's gonna be fucking... It's gonna be Eliath. Take that shit. Eat my ass. Eat my ass, bitch. Eat my ass, bruh. Go ahead and jump into another game. This is scary. Alright, so Hope is out. Why didn't I flip it to her?
If I win, you'll become a member of the...
Fucking hell of bullshit.
That's fine. Just don't mock my art. That's what my ninjutsu is. A noble and refined art.
A tie? Yo! I respect it. I respect it. Oh shit. A fucking tie. Let me guess, you're gonna magic one of these locations.
Just don't mock my art. That's what my ninjutsu is. A noble and refined art.
You tried it. You tried it. You tried it. You tried it. You tried it.